this is Naresh. So in this video, we will see how to go ahead and connect with a database in Python. Sometime in any programming language, you have to connect to a database either to update the table or to fetch some results. So how can we do in Python? First of all, you should have a database in your either local machine or maybe some other computer through which you can access it. So I don't have any database on any of the other machines. So what I did, I just go on the Google and I have installed this MySQL installer community. If you type that, it will download on your PC. After that, you can just install it out. Okay. Once this is installed, it will also install maybe some few other applications like Workbench or command line through which you can interact with the database. So you just need to install that out. And now we will see what are the things which we are required in Python to connect with this database. Okay. So first of all, one thing which we need to connect with a database is the connector. We have to connect with a connector to get an access to a database. So let me go ahead to the command prompt. And here, when you open the command prompt, always remember that for any software or any tool, if you want to install in Python, you have to use pip. So pip is an internal package used to download anything. So if I go here and if I type python ---- version, okay, it will give you the Python version. But if you go and type pip ---- version, it will give you the pip version which you have on this PC. Okay, so to install the connector first, we will say pip install mysql -connector, and you can hit on enter. This will go ahead and install the MySQL connector for you. So this is basically a bridge through which you can connect to a database. After that, now we can start our program. So the first line of code is that you need to import the library for the connector. So it would be import mysql.connector. So you need to do this, and after that you can connect to a database by typing again mysql.connector.connect. So this is the method which you need to use. After that, you need to give the IP address on which this MySQL is there. So I have installed it on my local PC. So I will just type host equal to localhost. Okay, that's it. And after that, you need to type a username and password and the database name. So for the username, you can do user equal to. So the by default user which comes with the database is the root, and you need to specify the password when we are installing that. But when I was installing, I have also given one more username which is called test. So I will use test here, and then I will say password equal to. And here also I will say test. Okay, so the password is also test of that. And then I will say database. So here I need to give a database which is coming with the MySQL. We can create our own database, but right now I am using the database which is there in this, which is called world. So I am going ahead and connecting with this world database. And now you can go ahead and you can write the SQL query. But before we do that in Python, it is compulsory that we create an object of the cursor object. So for that, what you can do, you can say, first of all, I am storing that in one variable. So I am storing this connector. This mysql.connector.connect will give me one object which I am storing that into my DB. And here I am creating a new variable which is called myCursor. Okay, and here I will call this mydb dot, and now I can use a method which is called cursor, which is nothing but give me a pointer of that database so that my cursor can point to the database. So this is also compulsory when we are connecting, when we are working with Python with the database. And now I can just use my cursor dot, and now I can use the method execute. So this execute method, we can write the similar query which we write in the SQL. So I will simply write select star from, so my database name is world dot, and now I can give the table name. So there is one table called city in this world database, so I am just calling that. Okay, so here I am executing it, and once I'm executing it, it will give me some results. So what I will do, I will go ahead and I will call one variable which is result equal to, and I will say my cursor dot fetch all. Okay, so see what it will do. First of all, it connect to a database, okay, with the connector. Then I will go ahead and put one variable here which is called my cursor, which point to my database, and then I will execute the query, and this query which is executed, it's stored into my cursor. I am fetching all the data from the my cursor and putting it into the result. And now I can go ahead and do anything with the data which I have fetched. For example, if I want to print everything, so what I will do, I will say for I in results. So basically I am fetching all the results here. So I will contain one row which is get fetched. So I will say here print I. Okay, so this will return me one row at a time of the database. So let's say if there are 10 rows in that table of city, it will fetch 10 rows for me. So I will go ahead and now I will run it. See, now I am able to get all the data from my database. See, it is fetching one row. And now if you want to see what kind of row it hasn't fetched, so I will go ahead and I will also print type of this row. Okay, so what kind of row it is, what type of row it is. If I run that, it will say tuple. So when I am fetching all the data, I is a tuple which is containing all the data, and we know already how to work with tuple in the previous video. So this is the way we can connect with the database in Python, and it's very easy. I can just explain it again. First, we have to make an object of the connection, and then we have to create a cursor object, and then through this cursor object we can execute the query. Once we execute the query, we can save the data into the results, and then we can loop through the results, and we can get one tuple here, and then we can work on the tuple whenever we want in the program. Alright, I hope this was clear and very simple to know how to connect with the database and work in Python. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.